Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. I welcome you all in my class. So today we are going to rather revise our basic concept regarding subject and predicate. For this lecture we will be learning about that. By the end of the lecture definitely you will understand the concept of a sentence. What is the importance of this lecture, that you will be in fact revising out your concept regarding the sentence, and then we are going to differentiate between the different types of sentences. So let's start. What is a sentence? A sentence is no doubt a set of words that is complete in itself, typically containing a subject and predicate. So what is a sentence? When do we utter some words? In order to convey our thoughts, we need to jot them down into a proper sentence. So the sentence is a set of words that is complete in itself, as it is the combination of subject and predicate. Conveying a statement, the sentence could be a statement, it could be a question, it could be exclamation, it could be exclamatory sentence, and it could be a command as well. And it is consisting of a main clause and sometime one or main subordinate clause. Okay, so what we came to know about a sentence, that a sentence is in fact a set of words that gives us a complete thought. It is consisted of subject and predicate. Then we come to know that sentence, these utterances of the words, that is called sentence. Sometimes we do use it for some command, sometimes we just express our happiness through it, sometimes we just declare a statement. So these are the different types of sentences. Then in the third point we came to know that as far as the sentence is concerned, sometimes it is the combination of clauses having a complete subject and a predicate, and sometimes it is the combination of, sometimes it is based on subordinate clause that is dependent on main clause. Definitely when we are going to start our conjunction, we will be covering that dependent clause and independent clause in detail. Then there are the different details of a complete sentence. You would be observing, I ate dinner, we had a 3-course meal, Ben came to dinner with us, he loves fish. In the end, we all felt like we ate too much. We all agreed it was a magnificent evening. Okay, so what are you observing? That these all sentences, they are giving us a complete sentence sense. I ate dinner, we had a 3-course meal, Ben came to dinner with us, he loves fish. In the end, we all felt like we ate too much. Okay, when I was talking that it could be the combination of clauses as well, that fifth one is the example of this thing. Okay, so what we have observed, the sentence, it is the combination of subject and predicate. So let's find out what is a subject and what is a predicate. So a complete sentence that we have discussed in the previous slide, it contains of a subject and a predicate. The subject is what? What is a subject? The subject is what or whom the sentence is about, while the predicate tells something about the subject, such as in the following sentences. Predicate is enclosed in brackets, and while the subject is highlighted. Jody runs. Jody and her dog run on the beach every morning. So Jody, that is in fact the subject. Runs, that is predicate. Jody and her dog, that is, there are two subjects. Run on the beach every morning, that is predicate. Okay, so what is the difference? I am repeating, my dear students, that is a subject and predicate. What is a subject? Subject is what the sentence is about, and while the predicate tells us about the subject. So in these two examples, we just come across two examples, and these two examples in these two examples we just see Jody runs, that is the subject, and runs is predicate. Jody and her dog, that is compound subject, run on the beach every morning. Just find out what is sentence. It is a combination of subject and predicate, what we are talking about, and what did the subject, what did we said about the subject. This picture is going to help you Then to determine the subject of a sentence, we first isolate the verb and then make a question by placing who or what before it. The answer is the subject. Okay, although it's not very difficult task, you may get these statement in your MCQs that one in a statement a particular word would be underlined, and you would be asked to trace it to identify it either a subject and a predicate. Although it's not any difficult task, but in order to identify it in a better way, what would be the trick, what would be the tip or mnemonics we can use? That we can first isolate the verb and then make a question by placing who or what before it. Okay, before a verb, the answer is the subject. The audience littered the theater floor with torn wrappings and spilled popcorns. Okay, so I didn't split the sentence, but if you want to know that who is the subject, what we are going to do, the verb is the above sentence is litter. Who or what litter? Who littered? The audience. The odd predicate which always includes the verb goes or relates something about the subject. What about the audience? They littered the theater floor with torn wrapping and spilled popcorn. It littered the theater floor with torn wrapping and spilled popcorn. So how we are going to identify, how we are going to determine the subject of a sentence? Well, we will first isolate the verb and then we will make a question by placing who did this, what, okay, before it. So the answer is the subject. I think so that you people are getting that the trick would be who littered the theater floor with torn wrappings and spilled popcorn. Okay, the audience did what? That gives the answer of did it, or what about the audience? The audience did it. It will give us the answer for the predicate. Then here again I have given you 3 different examples. That I love strawberries. Subject I. Who loves strawberries? I love strawberries. Henry laughed his head off. Who laughed his head off? Henry. The tornado has crossed the state border. What has crossed the state border? The tornado. Okay, so it has become very much clear now. So simple subject and simple predicate. Every subject is built around a noun or pronoun that what stripped off all the words that modify it. It is known as a simple subject. Consider the following example. A piece of pepperoni pizza would satisfy his hunger. The subject is built around the noun piece with the other words of the subject a and of pepperoni pizza modifying the noun piece of the simple subject. Likewise, a predicate has its center as a simple predicate which is always the verb or verb that link up with the subject. In the pepperoni pizza example, the simple predicate would satisfy his hunger. Okay, so what I want to say that when we just confront any sentence, it is centered around a subject and predicate, and every subject may be built around a noun or a pronoun. Okay, such as what is a predicate, a subject here, that is pepperoni pizza. So it is built around, it just goes around noun piece of pepperoni pizza. Okay, and it is being modified by for the pepperoni pizza. On the other hand, so here piece becomes the simple subject. On the other hand, predicate, that is the simple here that is would satisfy his hunger. The word in the pepperoni pizza, the simple predicate is would satisfy his hunger. Now we must know that a sentence not all the time does contain a simple predicate or a simple subject. It must be the combination of compound mean 1 plus 1 mean having 2. So it could be the compound subject and a simple subject. It could be consisting of more than one noun or pronoun, as in this example. Team banners, rock poster and family photographs cover the boy's bedroom's wall. She and her uncle walk slowly through the Inuit art gallery and admire the powerful sculptures exhibited there. The second sentence above also features a compound predicate. Okay, so let first of all see what is a compound subject. Team Pennant's rock poster and family photograph covered the boys' bedroom wall. So here, who covered the boys' bedroom's wall? That is Team Pennant's rock posters and here we are knowing about that there could be more than two subjects there, that is Team Pennants, rock posters and family photographs. And then we come to know that she and her uncle walk slowly through the she and her uncle, that are the two subjects here, compound subject. She and her uncle walk slowly through the art gallery and admired the powerful sculpture exhibited there. There are the two predicates as well as that one verb pertaining to the same subject. Okay, mean that the one verb that is admired, and then they walk slowly and then they admired. So then comes the complete subject and the predicate. The complete subject is who or what is doing the verb plus all the descriptive word that go with it. Okay, we have talked about simple predicate, then we talk simple subject and simple predicate, then we talked about compound subject and compound predicate, and then we are coming towards complete subject and predicate. What is that? When then complete subject is who or what is doing the verb plus doing the verb plus all the descriptive word, all the descriptive modifiers. वो क्या है बेटा? The big hungry green crocodile. So what do we have done? The big hungry, these are the adjectives, hungry green crocodile. This is a complete subject. Dragged deer from the river bank. Who did the grabbing? The crocodile. But this crocodile was not just any crocodile. It was big, hungry and green. The complete subject is therefore is the big, hungry, green crocodile. Are you getting? Means sometime it couldn't be like a crocodile. A crocodile dragged a deer. No, it is not like that. So what is the complete subject? That we have used the modifier, we have used the adjective along with that, and we just called it the big, hungry, green crocodile dragged deer from the river bank. The complete predicate is easy to locate once you know what the complete subject it is. It is everything in the sentence that the complete subject is not. So the big hungry green crocodile dragged a deer from the river bank. The complete predicate therefore is dragged a deer from the river bank. Okay, so it is not like dragged a deer. It's the complete predicate, drag a deer from the river bank. Most mammals run on 4 feet. Complete subject, most mammal. So here again that is determiner is used here. Most mammals. Complete predicate, run on 4 feet. Then the lazy old man ran very fast. What is that complete subject? We are going to use the adjective as well. The lazy old man ran very fast. No, the thing that I deliberately left in the previous slide regarding the compound subjects and compound predicate. Now I am going to explain it in detail. A compound subject is a subject with 2 or more simple subjects, noun or pronoun joined by a conjunction and, but, or. Okay, so what is a compound subject? A compound subject is a subject with 2 or more simple subject, noun or pronoun joined by a conjunction and, but, or. Okay, his legs and arms were covered with mud. So compound subject is his leg and arms. So in order to just have that compound subject, what do we need? We need the conjunction, that is and, but, or. A compound predicate is a predicate with 2 or more verbs separated by a conjunction. Compound predicates share the same subject. Rajiv lives in Dubai and speaks Arabic. lives in Dubai and speaks Arabic. Okay, so what is so common in these both things, the complete subject and in compound subject and compound predicate, that compound subject and prompt, in order to just define compound subject and compound predicate, we have to join these two subjects with the conjunction that could be a and, but, or. And for the predicate we may use it with the same and, but, or. Jay and Harish went to fashion show and photograph for an hour. Okay, Jay and Harish, what could be the right pronunciation, that is Jay, Jai or whatsoever, and Harish went to the fashion show. And what is the compound predicate and photograph for an hour? Jay jumped on bike. Jai rode on the around the roundabout. Jai jumped on his bike and rode around the roundabout. Okay, so have you seen that in order to have this compound subject, predicate, we need to have that jumped on his bike and rode. Jumped on his bike and rode. The telegram was late but contained exciting news. The telegram, compound predicate, was late but it contained exciting news. Seema or Nidhi will take you to the boutique, both the subjects, and then to the boutique will take you to the boutique. So this was all for what we know about subject and predicate. What we have covered till now, we came to know what is a subject, we came to know what is a predicate. So first of all, we came to understand what is a sentence. Sentence is a combination of words. It's a set of words that conveys a complete thought. Okay, so it is combination of subject and predicate. What is a subject? That we come to know who did that action, and the predicate tells the rest of the sentence. So this subject could be compound subject and the compound predicate. It could be complete subject and complete predicate. But about the compound, that are being joined by the conjunctions. Okay, and what about the simple complete sentence? In that complete sentence, what is about that complete predicate and complete subject? That is that when we use it with the different determiners, or with the you can say with the adjective, the wise man in this example. Okay, so this was for the subject and predicate. Now move toward the second part of the lecture, that is what are the different types of sentences. There are, as we have talked about, sometimes we use these set of words to express our opinion, sometimes we use these words to say about something. So this is okay. In these things I missed one thing, please that note it down, that in imperative sentences such as open the door, let the window open, and in all these imperative sentences that are based on order, it is very much obvious that who is going to open the door? You. Okay, so in imperative sentence, even though we do not know who is the subject, but it is not evident, but implied subject is that is given the order. It could be you, right? So in the imperative sentences, open the door, who is going to open the door? You. You open the door, please. Definitely besides that speaker there would be someone, he is asking, he is giving the command, so that implied one would be the subject. So now come towards the different types of sentences. We have talked about that it could be declarative, it could be imperative, it could be interrogative, it could be exclamatory or optative. Simple declarative statement, that is the simple statement that declare about something. On the other hand, we have imperative sentence when we command about something, let the door open. A question, who is going to open that door? Exclamatory sentences, hooray, we have won the match. Optative sentences, where we just give any wish to anyone, may you live long. Okay, so these are the different example. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall, that is assertive. Declarative, it's a statement. Where do you live? I'm asking the question. Be attentive. That is imperative. I'm giving an order. Cold, hot, cold. How cold? Sorry, there is a mistake in the in the typing. How cold the night is! Exclamatory. What a nice day! What a nice day! May you live long. Optative. May you be happy. Optative mean when we just when we just pray for someone. So assignment, what is that assignment? That write 5 sentences of each type: imperative, declarative, objective, interrogative. Okay, underline subject and encircle predicate in those sentences. So what are you going to do? You are going to underline subject and encircle predicate in those sentences. So this was all for today topic. I hope so this was easy and interesting lecture. It was rather more easy. So it is essential to revise out your basic concept. Please do write all those things in on your registers, so that if something miss or something you cannot find something on your mobile phone or something like that, write the things on your registers by mentioning the date, topic name, and attempt more and more statements, so that examples, write more and more examples, so that everything becomes clear to you. Okay, see you in the next lecture. Take good care of you. If you feel any problem, please do contact me. So see you in the next lecture. Allah Hafiz.